Well, just have a look at that, folks. Yeah, it's right where I left it. Took advantage of a absolutely gorgeous day yesterday, and we went down to Edmonds to fly the drone over the low tide. I have posted that video, and this is day 18. It also happens to be pretty much, as far as I can tell, it's the hottest day of the year so far. I'm gonna take a screenshot of the my outdoor weather, my backyard weather system, which is just over there, and it's showing. I want to refresh that. Yeah. Okay, screenshot. Took the screenshot. 82 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's 11:25 in the morning. Why am I starting so late? Things happen. So we'll see just how far I can get in a relatively short amount of time. Now, we've had a day, basically a day and a half of dry. So let's see if it makes this soil any easier to work with. Let's get to it. Day 18. Who'd have thought? Okay, well, that there weather station just showed 87. That's a little warm for me. And so here's where I left off. Doesn't look like I did much. It looks like maybe a quarter. It's actually more of a third of it because a lot of the buttercups just flow. When I disturb them, they fall that way. Anyway, yeah, I think I'm done for the day. We'll see. Let's quick pan back over here. And kick the bucket. You know, that doesn't look level. Just a second. Well, maybe that's a little better. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, there you go. That's a couple of hours, and even though I've got sunscreen on, I feel like there's like an infrared reflector in there that's taking all the sun's heat and just magnifying it on my head. So we'll see. We'll either pick this up much later this afternoon, this maybe early evening, and or see ya tomorrow. Okay, day 19 begins. It's raining very lightly, so I'm going to take a second and hopefully strap an umbrella to the camera and get busy. sloppy, gooey mess. And if you go back over the different days of working on phase 3, you'll remember that when I first started showing video of the buttercups, they were just little baby nubs. And my gosh. Yeah, the taller, more fully grown plants are a little more challenging to deal with. Okay, well, I managed to forget my cell phone. So I'm trying to beat the alarm, which goes off in 5 minutes. So I'm going to check to see if there have been enough people who have said they play volleyball today. If so, this was my efforts for today. If not, hopefully it'll stop even the light little drizzle that's falling right now, and I'll be back out for another part today. I am close to a couple of feet, a foot and a half from the third post from the end, which means there's 2 more fence segments to go. I'm getting to where I can almost taste being done. Okay, see you next time. Well, good morning. I keep my camera on auto exposure because I usually don't know if clouds and stuff are going to go by. Doesn't look like there's going to be an impact today, but in any case, wearing the light colored shirt today, so it might drive the camera crazy. Anyway, okay, so today's day 20. I'm going to start here, but got myself another little tool. Yesterday I was finding, and the day before, that because these guys have grown up so much in the time that I've been working my way down here, I'm going to give them a little bit of a hair trimming to see if that makes the removal process a little easier, so I can kind of see what I'm doing, you know? Okay, let's get to it. On day 20 of part 3 of Buttercup Wars 2025. folks, I didn't quite get as far as I wanted to. You know, where have you not heard that before as I fall into the hole? Yeah, and I made another goof earlier where I thought I was putting the camera in interval or time lapse, and I had it in real time, but I turned off the wireless mics. You'd like to think that one of these days I'd figure this out, but it doesn't look like it now. Hey, so anyway, couple of strategic things that might have been driving you nuts as well as me. Just a second. Okay, so as you know, the beginning of the strategy here was to use the mulch fork to loosen up the soil and then follow up with trying to get all the individual weeds out. And yes, I'm hoping that all the effort put into getting out the individual weeds will pay off in the future, because I'm trying to get as much of the root systems and such out in an effort to try to inhibit them growing again in the future. So anyway, as I stated several times in the part 3, the closer I get to the fence, the wetter the soil is. So even though, you know, I was crazy to work in the soggy rain yesterday, but I did, the trimming of them with the hedge clippers seemed to really help today, because I wasn't fighting all that 2-foot-tall mass of buttercups. So, unfortunately, the side closest to the fence is still pretty moist and is a pain to work in, so I started working down the outside. And I may or may not be out this afternoon to continue. I think I am. So we'll see. Anyway, this is day 20. Good Lord. 2 fence segments to go. Okay, well, it's 2 days before surgery, and I got to see how much of this I can get done, because I don't want to have this hanging over my head while I'm taking at least a week to recover. So, there you go. Let's get busy. This time I'll remember to do time lapse correctly. I hope. Oh yeah, day 21. guys, check it out. I ended up at the mulch fork, and that is all that's remaining. Okay, so that was, I don't know, three and change hours. I got to, that looks like about 8 feet from the end. And I'm just a little cooked. I mean, not literally. Tired, better word. Left knee's just about screaming at me. And in this take, I'm going to mention that I got some help from my grandson, Zach, yay! And Brenda, that helped me surpass my original goal for the day. And I also wanted to say, man, I've only got a little bit more to go, and I'm hoping to get that done tomorrow. Tomorrow being the day before surgery, and I can't do any work for a week after surgery. And depending on if they have to do reconstructive, I might be out of commission for a little longer. So I really am motivated to get this done. Okie dokie, folks. There you go for day, my gosh, it is day 21. Unbelievable. And Brenda's already started putting the black plastic out, which is going to be the mechanism we're going to try and experiment of attempting to basically kill everything that's below that by blocking out the light, the water, and cooking it because the black plastic gets hot. So anyway, that's our plan. See ya next time. Should be finished. Well, folks, it looks like in that little image right there is all the weeding that's left to do on the west fence. Yay. 20, oh my gosh, I lost count. I think it's day 22 of part 3. And then I'll reset the camera, and I'm going to just loosen the soil and weeds that are along the fence line. But for right now, we're going to try this much higher camera perspective. Let's see how this goes. Well, I'll do the overview video in a second. After 22 days, I have finally finished the task of going down the fence line. So technically, Buttercup Wars 2025 Part 3 is done. Yay! I think I might have to get a sound different than the ta-da, because I think it's pretty impressive. Anyway, so surgery got moved up to tomorrow morning instead of tomorrow afternoon, and I also need to make sure I mow the lawns before tomorrow, because I'm gonna be out of commission for a while, and the lawns are, I cut them pretty long last week, so I think I'm going to cut them regular length now. Anyway, so what I'm going to try to sprint through here real quick is to come down the side of the fence, the garden fence, and just loosen up the stuff that's there in preparation for pulling it when I have time. So that's next. Back to time-lapse. Okay guys, once again, Buttercup Wars 2025 Part 3, which was the west side of the fence, is done. If I did this in chronological, you saw the loosening of the south and west edges of the garden. I'm kind of tired, and it's 1:45, and I should knock it off for at least the rest of this morning, which means I need to mow the lawns this afternoon. So there you go. Okay. So there you go. Boy, hasn't this been fun? Most assuredly not for me, but it was definitely a job that needed to be done. It was hard, and it took a long time. And for those of you who have watched these videos with me, I can't tell you how much that means to me. Hopefully I'll have something more interesting to have you spend your time on in the future. Besides weeding, okay? All right. Have a great rest of your whatever time of day it is. Bye now.